Hey, welcome back. In this episode, we're going to learn about high availability options within Azure. My name is Sushant Satish, and I'm your trainer for this AZ-303 certification course. So, without wasting any more time, let's get into it. Workloads are typically spread across different virtual machines to gain high throughput, performance, and to create redundancy in case of VM is impacted due to an update or other event. There are few options that Azure provides to achieve high availability. The first one is availability set. An availability set is a logical grouping of VMs within a data center that allows Azure to understand how your application is built to provide for redundancy and availability. It is recommended that two or more VMs are created within an availability set to provide for a highly available application and to meet the 99.95% Azure SLA. There is no cost for the availability set itself. You only pay for each VM instance that you create. In an availability set, VMs are automatically distributed across their fault domains. This approach limits the impact of potential physical hardware failures, network outages, or power interruptions. For VMs using Azure Managed Disk, VMs are aligned with Managed Disk fault domains when using a managed availability set. This alignment ensures that all the managed disks attached to a VM are within the same managed disk fault domain. Only VMs with managed disk can be created in a managed availability set. The number of managed disk fault domains varies by region, either 2 or 3 managed disk fault domains per region. And VMs within an availability set is also automatically distributed across update domains. Now let's look into another high availability option. This time it is availability zones. Availability zones expand the level of control you have to maintain the availability of the application and data in your VMs. An availability zone is a physically separate zone within an Azure region, and there are 3 availability zones per supported Azure region. Each availability zone has a distinct power source, network, and cooling. By architecting your solution to use replicated VMs in zones, you can protect your apps and data from the loss of a data center. If one zone is compromised, then replicated apps and data are instantly available to another zone. Let me quickly explain what is fault domain and update domain. I missed that when I was explaining on this particular slide. A fault domain is a logical group of underlying hardware that share a common power source and network switch, similar to a rack within an on-premises data center. And an update domain is a logical group of underlying hardware that can undergo maintenance or be rebooted at the same time. This approach ensures that at least one instance of your application always remains running in Azure platform when it undergoes any periodic maintenance. Let me quickly show you how you can find or select an availability set or availability zones. Within the Azure portal, I'm going to go back to virtual machines. This time I'm going to create a new virtual machine. We discussed about all the other considerations like selecting an appropriate name, choosing the resource group, choosing a region, things like that. I'm going to skip all of that. After you provide the resource group, name, and region, there comes the availability options. As you can see that you have availability set and availability zone based on the region you select. I'm not going to talk about virtual machine scale set because this is under preview right now. So if you choose availability set, you can either choose an existing availability set or you can create a brand new one. This is where you will define how many number of fault domains you want and how many number of update domains you want to spread your workloads to. And you name your availability set. The second option is availability zone. Again, this is where you will select how many number of zones you want to distribute your workload to. The maximum number is 3. Now let us talk about virtual machine scale sets. Azure Virtual Machine Scale Sets lets you create and manage a group of load balanced VMs. The number of VM instances can automatically increase or decrease in response to demand or a defined schedule. Scale sets provide high availability to your applications and allow you to centrally manage, configure, and update many VMs. Microsoft recommends that two or more VMs are created within a scale set to provide for a highly available application and to meet the 99.95 Azure SLA. There is no cost for the scale set itself. You only pay for each VM instance that you create. Now let's go and understand some of the scaling concepts. Generally, there are two types of scaling: vertical scaling and horizontal scaling. Let's talk about vertical scaling first. Vertical scaling is also known as scale up and scale down, which means increasing or decreasing virtual machine size in response to a workload. And vertical scaling can be useful for when a service built on Azure machine is underutilized, and reducing the virtual machine size can reduce the monthly cost as well. Another scenario where you can implement vertical scaling is increasing virtual machine size to cope up with the larger demand without creating additional virtual machines. Now let's understand the horizontal scaling. Horizontal scaling is also referred as scale out and scale in, where the number of VMs is altered depending on the workload. In this case, there is an increase or decrease in the number of virtual machine instances. So let's look at some of the consideration you have to keep in mind before choosing the vertical or horizontal scaling. Vertical scaling generally has more limitations. It's dependent on the availability of larger hardware, which quickly hits an upper limit and can vary by region. And vertical scaling also usually requires a virtual machine to stop and restart. Horizontal scaling is generally more flexible in a cloud situation, and it allows you to run potentially thousands of virtual machines to handle load. Let us look at some of the scale set benefits. All virtual machine instances are created from the same base operating system image and configuration. This approach lets you easily manage hundreds of VMs without additional configuration, task, or network management. Another benefit is scale sets support the use of Azure Load Balancer for basic Layer 4 traffic distribution and Azure Application Gateway for more advanced Layer 7 traffic distribution and SSL termination. And scale sets are used to run multiple instances of your application. If one of these VM instances has a problem, customers continue to access your application through one of the other VM instances with minimal interruption. Another benefit is customer demand for your application may change throughout the day or week. To master customer demand, ScaleSet can automatically increase the number of VM instances as application demand increases and then reduce the number of VM instances as the demand decreases. This is known as auto scaling. And another benefit is ScaleSet supports up to 1000 VM instances. If you create and upload your own custom VM images, the limit is 600 VM instances. Now let me show you how you can implement your ScaleSet. I'm on my Azure portal. I'm going to go to the global search box and type in virtual machine ScaleSet and select that. As you can see that I don't have any ScaleSet, but I'm going to click on add. By default, you have to provide all the basic informations like name of the subscription, name of the resource group, ScaleSet name, region, availability zone. I'm going to pick 2 availability zones, what type of an image, and the size of the VM. And if you are offering for a spot instance, you can select that as well. And I'm going to keep the rest of the details by default. I'm going to leave the disk as default, go to the networking, let it create all of this by default. In the real environment, you will put more thought into it. All right, so this is where you have to provide details like initial instance count. This is basically the number of virtual machines in the scale set. It can be between 0 to 1000. Then we have what type of scaling you want to configure, manual or custom. If it is custom, you can provide the start of the instance count and what sort of a threshold you want Azure to take action for either to scale up or scale down. Then you can play around with the scale in option as well. So based on your requirement, you can mention the scale out and scale in parameters The rest of the orchestration will be taken care by the Azure VM skill set. And after that, you can simply click on review and create, and your VM skill set is created. That concludes this episode. In the next one, we're going to learn about Azure Dedicated Host. I will see you in the next one. Until then, take care.